Find yourself in the Beachview area of Pittsburgh? Check out the official pizza of this show, Slice on Broadway, sharing an abnormal obsession with pizza we can relate to. Check them out at sliceonbroadway.com and tell them this show sent you.
Happy 100th episode on Boss Battle! Welcome everybody to Boss Battle number 100, a show in which the writers of InsertCoinToBegin.com get together and talk about video games. I'm your host, Bobby F. J-Town, and after 100 episodes, you'd think I would do that intro better. Before we get to the Tootsie Roll Center of the podcast, let's find out what everybody achieved this week. Chachi, how about you? What'd you achieve?
Well, my thumb is a lot better, so I played more Watch Dogs. I'm up to 90%.
Nice.
I'm currently playing poker because that's one of the things that you have to do. So I'm playing a game within a game. And currently I have one person to eliminate. I keep going all in because Rizz said I have to keep going all in.
Yep. As you do.
And so that's what I'm doing. And this guy keeps folding, so it's annoying the crap out of me. And I did a review. We'll talk about that here in a bit. And played some Clash of Clans because I'm addicted to that game. And downloaded next week's game. So that's what I'm up to.
All right, Rizz, what did you achieve this week?
You know, there comes a time in, every man's life that he finds a video game that changed his life.
Country Dance All-Stars.
Yeah. I beat the alpha version of Broforce.
What?
And I will have a review on that next week. Other than that, I just realized the awesomeness that is Red vs. Blue, which is a pretty good series. I think it started on YouTube from the Rooster Teeth guys. If you haven't, it's on Netflix. It's all done in Halo form. Like with Halo graphics, Halo everything. But other than that, just your normal Dark Souls, and even a little bit of Mario Kart.
Rizz,
Yes.
I think you're literally the only person here that hadn't heard of Red vs. Blue.
I've heard of Red vs. The thing is, I've heard of Red vs. Blue. I just never watched it.
I had a summer job where I watched the entire series, all 100 episodes on YouTube.
Yeah. See, I'm late to the party, as usual.
Whatever, Griff.
All right, Fuzzy, what'd you achieve this week?
I actually tried out a whole bunch of different games on my Android phone because I was thinking, you know what? I have all this stuff on here and I have no games. I need to find some games for my Android phone. So I got 2 different flight simulators, I got some racing games, a sniping game, and they all sucked. Red Bull can build an amazing Formula One car. They can make amazing events for people to go flying in wagons off of cliffs into the Hudson Bay.
Flugtag.
Yes, but they cannot make a physics engine for a Formula One game on a phone to save themselves. That was bad. So, I actually stumbled across a game that I had reviewed for Xbox last year that I've been playing a good bit since last night, Magic the Gathering 2014. So, it's actually designed for tablets, but it tells you don't put it on a phone. It's working fine on my phone. I don't have a gargantuan screen or anything. It's 4.7 inches. It's just fine. Plays real good.
It's not the size, Fuzzy. It's what you do with it.
Yes. And
All
Bobby.
Well, we're going to go to chat first.
Oh, chat.
Brother Sorg said he's playing an insane amount of Saints Row 4. He said it's absolutely fantastic. Which
I've noticed that because I've friended him on the Steam, and I've been getting notifications probably hourly that he is playing said Saints Row 4.
Cool. He's also got through Duke Nukem 3D. He duked it out in DC for the holiday, and finally got some Chaos Emeralds in Sonic 4 Episode 1, which I played a little bit of that. I didn't like that Sonic can't move forward when he jumped. When he jumps. I don't know why you couldn't do that, but okay. And I actually achieved this week. I went back to Bioshock Infinite and I played the first DLC, Burial at Sea, and I completed the first part of that. So it was amazing. It just solidified the fact that Bioshock is one of the best franchises out there.
And a very notable logo, which we'll get into later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. But it's amazing. If you haven't played it yet, I suggest you pick that up and play it, the full game and the DLC. I have to start the second part of the DLC, which I just downloaded not too long, or like shortly after I beat the first part, so I didn't have time to play that, but I will get to it. And also just tinkered around with stupid Marvel Avengers Alliance, which stupid thing. I won't talk about that. So
yeah, Bobby, you have a problem with that game.
I do, but we won't get into that. We'll save that for another edition of the podcast. It's a love-hate relationship with Avengers Alliance. All right, Chachi, you want to take us around the net?
Video game themed things from around the internet. Net. All right, the runners-up this week: playable Tetris shirt.
Net.
Everything is embedded in the shirt. The button, the screens, everything. So the link's over there. And then these are both on Kotaku. Kotaku was on a roll this week with things. A lady gamer, made a Game Boy with her own. It looks like a Raspberry Pi, which is a little computing device if you're not aware.
Actual Pi.
Yeah, and they all ordered pieces, and apparently you can use a Super Nintendo controller with it. So that works out really well, and it's kind of cool. So you can go over and check out the entire process from the link over at insertcointobegin.com. And on to the incredible things that I found this week. So there's a series on YouTube by the Fine Brothers called Blank Reacts.
Yeah.
They have elderly and they have kids, and it's a great series. They make them look at different things just to see how they would react. This week I found kids react to Game Boy.
I feel so old.
I know.
Yeah. I watched the video. I was extremely pissed off by the end of it.
Watch the Walkman video.
It's kids ranging in, I would guess, like 5 to 16, and reacting to Game Boy. And one of the most impressive ones in there is probably like a 7 or 8-year-old who starts going off on the Game Boy because he actually knows what it is. And he actually asked them if he can have it. So that's over there. That's embedded, so you can, you have to leave the page. You can just watch it on there. Next up, there's a Kickstarter in progress. I know that's really general.
Not the potato salad.
Yeah.
Fuck. That one makes me hate the internet. Fuck
35,000 last I checked.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy. 63,000. I was reading about it, and now they're talking about the shipping nightmare the guy's going to have to ship.
Stop giving this guy money.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
But anyhow, Fuzzy, what was he shipping though?
Anyone who donated $3 or more gets a bite of potato salad.
Jeez.
Oh.
Which is about 2,000 people.
Continue, Chachi.
Anyhow, I stumbled across a video for Kickstarter of a online series called Vid Agents. And the premise is it follows 2 officers whose job is to catch people playing video games which are now illegal. The promo video is 3 minutes long. It's hilarious. So definitely go over and check it out. And then last but not least, and I don't know if you guys actually read the post or not, but I hope you did and you picked up what I did, because it led into this one, ending a sentence in West Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Which, if anyone knows, that instantly kicks off the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song in your head, no matter what. But this one is actually DJ Jazzy Jeff related. In Philadelphia this weekend on the 4th of July, DJ Jazzy Jeff, Jeremy Atlas, and Questlove of the Roots had a Super Mario Brothers remix battle. And it's incredible. If you've never actually seen DJ Jazzy Jeff spin, then I need you to stop doing what you're doing and go to YouTube and just look it up.
Okay, I'll be back, guys.
if you're,
I'm in the middle of a podcast, though.
yeah,
Well, it's something that everyone needs to experience because he is extremely well at this. He's incredibly amazing. I don't have enough adjectives to describe how good he is at scratching. And it's incredible. It's 3 minutes and 28 seconds long. And this isn't even the tip of the iceberg of what Jazzy Jeff can do. There's one where there's a video on YouTube of him versus DJ AM, who was also a DJ turntable remixer. You might know him from Iron Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's the DJ that Tony Stark tells him to drop a beat for him to kick his buddy's ass to. And he was extremely talented. He's since deceased, but there's a video of Jazzy Jeff versus DJ AM at a live venue mixing, and even AM just walks away. So, I mean, go over and check it out. It's worth the 3 minutes and 28 seconds. I've watched the video at least 8 times today. At least. I never closed the tab at work. It was playing in the background. So, and that's all I have for you this week on video game themed things from around the internet.
All right. Thank you, Chachi. We're going to get into things you should be made aware of. We're going to start off with some news bits first. Guys, do you guys remember the Super Nintendo and the Game Boy Advance?
Yes.
yes.
Somebody's merging them into one machine.
Why?
I don't know why it took them so long.
Yeah, it's actually just a Super Famicom themed Game Boy Advance, and it'll be available through Rose Colored Gaming. The prices for the limited run of themed backlit Game Boy Advance systems have not yet been announced, but according to the post on its official Facebook account, the products will be pricier than the previous rose-colored GBAs. So expect to pay a little bit more for a Game Boy Advance that's kind of just themed like a Super Nintendo. Would you guys shell out money for a Super Nintendo themed Game Boy Advance?
No.
No.
Okay.
Because if I were going to do that, I would get the handheld device that can play Super Nintendo cartridges.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, I wouldn't...
I mean, yeah, and it doesn't play Super Nintendo games. It still plays Game Boy Advance games.
Right, and if you have a DS, or a 3DS or 2DS, you can play those, so you don't really need... You don't need that device.
Yeah, exactly. Another good news for a handheld system, the 3DS is getting Dragon Quest X, which I'm extremely excited about because I love the Dragon Quest games. But the twist is that instead of it being like a normal Dragon Quest game, it's an online game like they said it was going to be on Wii, but the game is actually going to stream like cloud-based games like OnLive and PlayStation Now on the 3DS. So that's going to eliminate the 3D capability of the game, but they said it's not going to like affect how the game's going to look. You just won't be able to use 3D with it, which is completely fine. I love the Dragon Quest games. I grew up on Dragon Warrior. Do you guys remember the Nintendo Power when they gave Dragon Warrior away for free?
No.
It's like their subscription thing?
Nope.
Oh, it was the best. So, are you guys excited about this game? Do you think any of you... I know you guys don't have 3DS, but I have a 3DS. I'll be picking it up. So what do you guys think about this announcement?
I mean, it's good for the people who know what Dragon Age is, or
Mhm.
Dragon Quest is.
Dragon Quest, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Dragon Age. But honestly, it's not going to make me go out and buy said video game or said console for
Yeah.
a video game.
Another downturn to this, though, it is going to be a subscription-based game. So
And now it lost points with me.
yeah. But they said if you buy the game for about $37 US, it's going to have a free 60-day trial code among other goodies. So that's a plus, I guess.
Still no.
Yeah.
And it still doesn't come with the Nürburgring.
Which that would be kind of dumb because it's not a racing game.
Doesn't matter.
Still sounds very sexual.
All right.
It does still sound very sexual. I agree with that.
And our final news bit story. Titanfall announced that they're going to, the game is going to get new DLC.
Yes.
A new map pack called Frontier's Edge. There's 3 maps in it. It's only going to be $10 for this DLC, so that's not a bad deal. If you're big into Titanfall and you wanted more new maps, they're on the way. So,
It makes me almost want to play it now.
yeah, which we need to do. Rizz.
We do need to do that, Bobby.
We both have the game, and I have not opened it yet because we
I have not
nobody to
played
play
it since I opened it.
with. We are great gamers, aren't we?
Oh.
Happy
Oh,
100th episode.
Yay!
All right, Rizz. I think you have our next story about the Fox News and a certain game's logo.
Chachi, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a Rizz Rant! Rizz Rant!
So-
CZ Dub.
Oh, yeah. So, I'm going to take that out. Did that wrong? So, everybody knows this symbol, right? It's on my screen right now if you're not seeing it. The symbol, if you're on the audio side, is the Bioshock Infinite logo. Everybody knows it. Everybody. So,
This is great for our audio listeners.
yeah, I just said the Bioshock. If you're on audio, I am showing the Bioshock Infinite logo. And if you're interested in seeing the Bioshock logo, somebody get that phone. If you want interested in seeing the Bioshock logo next to this one coming up, I suggest you go to insertcointobegin.com and then click on my link. But the next picture I'm going to show
What?
from a Fox News defending the homeland thing they do.
It looks identical to that other logo.
I'm going to show you this again. There's Bioshock Infinite, and defending out the homeland. So somebody in Fox News knows video games. That's the only reason.
They don't know video games. If
No.
they knew video games, they wouldn't use that logo.
Somebody. I'm going to come back to me because I'm sick of seeing the Fox News logo on there.
So someone at Fox News happened to see the logo they found interesting when wandering around Walmart aimlessly putting down people who are at Walmart.
But seriously, it's so ironic. I actually saw this on the Kotaku page for this, and he very much slams Fox News in doing this. But it's also so ironic that they are using an image from a video game where the main protagonist is somebody who is against the right-wing ideology of things. And it's like, it just seems weird and out of place. I made a few examples of my own, something that just struck me as odd about this game and being logo or shipped over for Fox News to use. But it's just to the point where it's now just comical. And it's just.
But they have the right to bear arms.
They do.
And skyhooks.
And skyhooks. And technology is very frightening to these people.
These people don't like
CBA.
video games.
No,
Yeah.
well, I think one guy, the guy who did the logo, might like video games. Might.
Secretly.
But again, I'm going to let you guys be the judge for yourself. Go to insertcointobegin.com, click on the Bioshock Infinite link, and then the Bioshock Infinite picture, and it'll send you to my article, which will also show a video of them of Fox News. And again, I do apologize to anybody who has suffered high damage from watching the Fox News video.
Yeah.
And we here at insertcointobegin.com do not condone sticking things in your eye.
Especially foxes and ninjas.
Yeah. But I just want to get to Chachi's news because he has a bombshell of a review.
Oh, fuck you
Chachi,
guys.
are you
Chachi?
ready to talk about my game? Chachi doing for Kanye.
Doing for Ray J.
First off, I would just like to say, fuck you guys.
Happy
Alright?
100th episode.
Yeah, screw you guys. To start off with.
I
Oh, no,
and Kanye.
No, you know what? I take that back.
And a basketball player for 1 week.
Screw everyone but Rizz.
Thank you.
Alright? Screw
Thank
the rest of you. So I downloaded and used an application for my phone called Kim Kardashian Hollywood. You'll notice that... What's that?
It's not the video, Chachi. I could have told you that.
No. First off, you'll notice that I won't use the word game.
I was going to say, is this a game?
When I describe this, even though technically that's what they're calling it. I will forever refer to this as just another phone app.
Mm-hmm.
Because essentially that's what it is. So you download it, you go through this thing where you customize it. They don't even spell customize right. I just want to point that out. Yeah, they spell it with a K.
It's horrible.
And so you go through and you create your male or female, straight or gay model. I give them props for the swing either way thing though. And then you start your modeling career. You can connect your social media to it, and it'll auto-tweet all of the photo shoots and fashion shows that you do.
Chachi, did you do that?
No, I didn't. It is a freemium game, so you can buy what they call K Koins.
Wait, Chachi. Is coin spelled with a K?
Yes. That you can use to buy clothes, houses, cars,
I don't have to buy houses and cars because Kanye buys them for me.
Is clothes spelled with a K?
Essentially, what's that?
Is clothes spelled with a K?
No, they spelled.
Oh, they missed
correctly.
one.
Yeah. The app play is you go from place to place, interacting with the people that the game tells you to interact with. All right. And by that I mean you follow the prompts and do what it tells you to do.
What are prompts?
It's kind of like the Avengers Alliance game, wherein that you have energy that you have to spend to do things. As far as the photo shoots and fashion show goes.
Also, Chloe dresses as She-Hulk.
Actually,
Bobby, no.
The only Kardashian in the game is Kim.
Aww.
And she becomes your BFF right off the bat because you give her a dress.
Material things make me happy.
Yeah. And she's also the only character in the game who has a voice.
Yay.
But your whole goal is to become a A-list celebrity, climbing your way from being a D-list celebrity by getting your name out there in photo shoots and runway shows. As you complete stuff, it'll update your in-game social media feed, which is essentially Twitter, but longer than 140 characters. And from that, it'll tell you how many fans you gained from said event.
Chachi, did you count how many words, how many characters?
How many characters?
Yeah, did you seriously count if it was 140 characters?
No, I didn't, but you can tell just by looking at it.
Okay, I was worried there for a minute, Chachi.
No, I've used Twitter enough to know when something is longer than 140 characters.
I was worried you were just sitting there counting the characters in the Kim Kardashian Hollywood game.
Well, you know what?
That would have been a legitimate game, though.
Yeah,
that would have been more adventurous than this. To call this a video game in any way, shape, or form is an insult to video games. And the fact that Glue Mobile is the publisher and the developer for this app really makes me think twice about Glue Mobile. I realize that they're doing it for the money. However, I don't think there's very much money in this game, considering that it went from one of the highest downloaded games to one of the lowest downloaded games in a week.
I sniffed glue and I came up with this idea.
It was the week it came out. It was listed in the top free games.
Mm-hmm.
The very next Monday, mind you, this came out on a Monday. The very next Monday, nowhere to be seen. You can scroll and you can scroll and you can scroll, and I gave up scrolling.
Yeah. Can I make a small review of my own?
Yeah.
go ahead, Chachi.
But like I said, to call this a game is an insult to games. This is the game that people who are against video games talk about.
There's not even a video game.
So there is no educational value to this. There's no skills that you can gain from this whatsoever.
So
this app will cause violence.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote the review. I sent it off to the editor. I got it back. I deleted the game. I picked up a book.
Oh.
I started reading a book instead of playing another video game to undo the damage from this game, from this app.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 1 out of 5, which is the lowest that we do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So here's what I was going to say. Now, Chachi said F to everybody except for me. I also downloaded this game. Not even a minute into this game, I straightened out one shirt, and my phone jumped out of my hand and hit me in the balls. I wish that happened, because that would have been a much better feeling than playing this game.
Can you iron shirts?
No, you straighten them.
No, you just straighten them off.
Okay.
When you start the game, you're an employee in a clothing store, which is why you give Kim Kardashian a dress.
Okay.
It makes perfect sense now. It makes perfect sense.
I want to be your friend because you give me pretty things. All right.
Like the Ray J magic wand.
Can we please move on?
I gotta read a book.
Let's never mention Kim Kardashian again on our gaming podcast.
Can we change our name to insert coin to begin and just make it a K instead of a C?
No.
Oh.
As the owner operator of the site, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts.
Insert Kardashian coins to begin.
Now, question. I think I have an idea for a good way to redeem this app and make it a decently entertaining game.
There is no reason to do this.
What if you just overlaid Doug's head over Kim's?
Was Kanye in the game?
Doug is a lot smarter.
I never found Kanye if he
No.
is. I was
Seeking Kanye.
Yeah, I never found him, so I don't know.
He's like, I was playing hide and seek. All right, let's move on to another evil corporation here. GameStop is contemplating taking a greater interest in games during the development in order to secure exclusive content. Colin Sebastian of the investment firm R.W. Baird recently discussed GameStop's future with the retailer. He then told investors in a note that GameStop indicated that software publishers are more enthusiastic about partnering with GameStop. And they basically what GameStop wants to do is they want exclusive content for themselves instead of any other company. So they're going straight to the source and working with game companies to get that exclusive content before the game's even made.
By selling it used for $5 off?
Yeah, pretty much. No, but they're gonna have more exclusive downloadable content that you can only get at GameStop, which they do have that now, but this is going a step further where they're actually working with the company to ensure that they're the only ones that have this. Do you think this is fair to other publishers or other companies that are trying to sell games like say Best Buy, Toys R Us? Or do you think they should start doing this?
Yeah,
They'll
see what GameStop is going to do, and they're going to follow suit.
And is this going to ruin gaming, though?
What?
I don't think it's going to ruin it, but
it's not going to ruin gaming. It's going to ruin any specific titles that try to follow that suit.
Yeah.
Because the ones who sell at any store, they're still going to be widely available to people, and people are just going to know, you know what, I want to get that game. I know I can go wherever I want to get it. Not a problem. It's not going to be this, oh, well, I have to go here. And it's, I don't see that working well in the end for them.
Like for example, like when they did for what was it, Transformers a couple years ago, they only had Shockwave. You can only get Shockwave at GameStop. Later on they released it. I'm thinking they're going to do something like that only with just them having certain things.
I was terribly torn because I ended up going with GameStop because I wanted Shockwave, but I had to turn down Jazz in that, and I was like, well, this sucks. I might have actually written a post about that, how annoyed I was with that, because then they followed it up shortly after with, oh, by the way, here's just a simple download pack. You get all three.
You would have to buy.
Great. Thanks.
You would have to buy a game at 3 different locations to get what you want, and then take the other 2 back just to keep the downloadable content. Which that's
which
ridiculous.
You'll get $15 for both games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The thing is, isn't GameStop doing something like that with the UFC game?
I think so.
Is it just GameStop, or is it? Because I know if you pre-ordered that game, you get Bruce Lee at GameStop. And if they do that to most games, it will not destroy video games at all, because it's already implemented in the minds of other people. They go to GameStop because they have they have Shockwave, or they have Bruce Lee, and they go to Best Buy because they have Jazz. And
I hope Best Buy gets Jackie Chan.
Too, but you know what I mean. Like, just the fact that they have different characters, and it doesn't mean they're not going to have. If you buy the game at Best Buy, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a code somewhere at GameStop that will allow you to pick up, that the Best Buy only exclusive thing for that. You won't have to buy the whole game. That's just crazy talk. It's just going to be another thing that you have to do to give that corporation money. And we know that money.
I mean, if anything, it's smart of GameStop, and if they were smarter, then they would just sell the content.
Yeah.
Because either you're going to go to GameStop or you're not going to go to GameStop. I'm not going to go to GameStop. It doesn't matter what the downloadable content is.
Mhm.
I don't want to shop there. I don't shop there. So
So
I got
plus-
a blimp in GTA 5.
and plus, if you
I never downloaded that blimp.
yeah, I got the blimp. I never use it.
I didn't even download it. I forgot
Because I didn't have to. I didn't have to go to GameStop to get the blimp. I got it from the exchange. But I mean,
the original exchange.
if the gaming developer is smart, they're gonna give the stuff to the season pass holders anyhow.
Mhm.
So it doesn't really matter.
All right. That's going to take us to our final round question. Since it is the 100th episode, I figured we'd revisit something we might have done in the past here. What are each of your 3 favorite games, and why are you a gamer? Why did you get into gaming? Who wants to go first?
All right. These are not in order.
Yeah, no
They're
particular
not
order.
in order at all. First of all, Mass Effect 2.
Good choice.
Mass Effect 2 was a create your own adventure. The stuff that you can do in that game, the many different endings in that game, even though if you go into 3, the endings kind of, emerge. Just the fact that it's so it immerses you into their world, and it makes you part of that, made me love that game even more. Another one I think will be mentioned a lot is Ocarina of Time. One of the best Nintendo 64 games, if not the best. And another game that I know not many of you have played. Well, yeah, you probably have played now that I mentioned it over and over again. And the fact that, it is kind of coming back. Conker's Bad Fur Day. I mean, I was a kid when I played this game, and I would play the hell out of it again if I had the chance. But that's my top 3. Honorable mention goes to GoldenEye for one of the best shooting games out. I just wasn't the shooter back in the day. But those are my top 3, and I'm a gamer because it's just it's just fun. It's a time waster, and it's and now it's to the point where I can challenge Bobby to Street Fighter. I can race against Chachi in GTA if we ever do that again, and then just flick him off every time. I can do all that now because of technology, and now it's to the point where it's even going to grow further than it did back when we were youngins.
Mm-hmm. All right, Chachi, what's your 3 favorite games, and why are you a gamer?
Legend of Zelda, the original, Super Mario Brothers 3, and Ocarina of Time.
Nice.
By far the 3 best games ever released. Come at me. Come at me. Come at me.
I'm not going to come at you because
they're by far my favorite games ever. And I got into gaming. Why am I'm a gamer because my family was gamers. I played Mario Brothers with my dad all the time. When he stopped playing video games because, this is his quote, the controllers have too many goddamn buttons.
Yep.
Nice.
I played with my uncle. My uncle is the one who rented Final Fantasy VII, which is the reason why I had to beat it in 24 hours.
Because you rented it.
yeah. He had rented it. It was like a 3-day rental. He took 48 hours to beat it. And then he let me play it, and I beat it in 24.
Nice.
But it was in my family. I'm a gamer now because it's what I do. It, I work in technology. So the only day I come home and sit in front of a computer most days, unless I have something to do for Sorg, is Tuesday nights.
Mhm.
I try to do all of my writing during the day when I'm already in front of the computer for 8.5 hours. So when I come home, I don't want to sit in front of the computer anymore. I've been in IT for 10 years. It's gotten to the point where when I go home, I'm done with computers. So I'm done with the keyboard. I'm just done. I turn on my video games and just let my mind wander. I don't have to think when I play video games anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I mean, the thought process, yeah, it's there because obviously you have to figure out puzzles and strategy and stuff. But it's not a active thought process for me anymore. It's one of those things that just happens naturally, and then my mind is free to rest. So I mean, it's just what I do. I have to play video games, or else there's a lot of people that are gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Like people try to say that video games cause violence. No, it doesn't.
Lack of video games.
Not playing video games.
Not playing video games would cause violence.
Right. Fuzzy, what's your 3 and why are you a gamer?
My 3 would be the original Star Fox, first game I ever had. Absolutely love that. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, the last Need for Speed game before they went to that awful modification system that you can't get a racing game without now. And Split Second, because
Ooh.
after all of the racing games were out and they were all starting to follow the same Need for Speed model, that came out, didn't have modifications, and it had just such a drastic change away from how every other racing game was played.
Racing if Michael Bay invented racing.
Yes. Yes. And it was just so good. It's such a damn shame that the studio got shut down before the sequel was released. Yeah, those 3 are just just standouts. Even among like the Forzas, the Dirts, the Gran Turismos, Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit 2, and Split Second, I think are much better developed games because they're just the Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit 2 is just pure. It's just pure driving with exotic cars, and that's it. It's simple. They give you a country road and a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Porsche or whatever you pick. It's all you need.
No driving USA? Or cruising USA?
No, because no.
Oh.
The lack, it's the lack of physics there. No.
What about Cruising Exotica?
Yeah, no Rad Racer, no RC Pro-Am.
Hey, RC Pro-Am was amazing.
It was.
No Diddy Kong Racing?
Yeah, come on, Fuzzy. No Mario Kart?
Mario Kart, yep.
No Road Rage? Or Road Rash? What was it called?
Road Rash.
Road Rash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Road Rash, by far, I don't care what they do in video games, in racing games ever. Now, Road Rash will always be my favorite racing game.
Yes. Kick people off the bikes.
You guys remember Mach Rider on NES?
Excite Bike.
The guys
where's Excite Bike?
Blew up.
Where's Excite Bike, Fuzz? Before we get to Bobby's, just a few from the chat. Brother Sorg is a gamer because Sorg had a Nintendo, and he got and Brother Sorg got a Super Nintendo. He fell in love with it, and at a young age, and continued to play them for the experiences. His favorites were. You're gonna love this one, Bobby. Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you're 10.
Mine's 10.
You're 10. That's right. Zelda: Ocarina of Time and Portal 2. Wheels actually mentioned a great point and something that Chachi brought up. He's a gamer because it's a great stress reliever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's why I'm a gamer.
Yeah, and his favorites are GoldenEye, WWF No Mercy, and Pac-Man.
Nice.
Now,
Old school Pac-Man.
yeah. Before we go on to yours, WCW NWO reunion tour was better. Or World Tour was better. Bobby.
Okay. Before we get to that, we had a special message from Kat. She said, "Congrats to everyone, and I'll make more of an effort to contribute in the next 100 episodes." She couldn't be with us tonight. And Julie also had a baby, so I'd imagine that's why she couldn't be here tonight. So congrats to her and her.
She was playing Baby Simulator, and devoured her.
Who let her have a kid? Can I just bring that up really quick?
Based on her Sims.
Yeah, based on
we just need to watch Twitter and make sure she's not out there buying drywall. If we see Julie saying she's buying drywall on Twitter, we need to intervene.
That poor mailman.
Oh my!
Someone should just crop this out and send it to Julie.
Can I do my 3 now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Rizz mentioned one of my 3 earlier. Ocarina of Time, of course.
Everybody did.
And the other 2, I'm going to go with Skyrim because I invested a whole ton of time into that game, and it's one of my best gaming experiences. I made a new character. That's the game that I went back to and made another character and played that some more. I think. Hold on one second. I think my favorite game of all time is probably Bioshock Infinite, which I mentioned earlier today. I just love going back to that world. It's such a great story, such a great just gameplay wise. I loved it. And I'm a gamer because it lets me escape from like the real world, and like everybody said, it's a good stress reliever. And I just remember my brother bringing home and the NES and just me playing it like in awe. Like the original WrestleMania game is amazing. So that's why I'm a gamer. So, all right, that's going to do it for us this week. You can follow us on Twitter at InsertCoinTV. You can visit us at InsertCoinToBegin.com. New articles going up daily. And you can join us live each and every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on live.sorgatronmedia.com. Special thanks to Michael Allen at Mike Allen PR and Missy as well, and Sorg, and
us.
And all you guys and the chat room and everybody listening.
And Justin
for 100 great episodes. Here's to even more. We got a whole bunch of new stuff coming down the pike. So stick with us. We're gonna hopefully improve.
Bobby. Hey, yes. Bobby. Good job hosting the past 160 or so episodes. The past 60.
Wow, we're up to 160 already. That's how long this episode's lasted.
Thanks for hosting the past 60 episodes or so.
Yeah,
good job, buddy.
You guys.
Because if you didn't do it, I would probably do it, and I would crap your pants.
All right, I'm not the perfect host, but
No, you do the job.
Like I fumbled over the intro to this podcast. So for at Sorgatron, at the Rizz, at Chachi says, at Fuzzwad, is that your Twitter name? At Fuzzwad?
Yes.
I'm at Bobby FJ Town. Game over, guys.